Up, guys? I think it's live. Going live, it says. There we go. Alright. Hey, guys. First day of work today. Doing electrical work. Going to be making decent money. More than I thought, actually. And pretty stoked about that. Kind of bummed about some stuff going on in my personal life. I'm not very happy about that. But, it is what it is. I just wanted to show you guys something I just noticed. So I've been thinking about the three gates of wisdom, right? You have the Lion Gate or the Sphinx Gate, which is the first gate of wisdom. Second gate of wisdom is the Magic Mirror Gate or the Wolf Gate. The third gate is the Evil Gate, the Fall to Fly Gate, the No Key Gate. These are three different steps you have to go through in order to reach enlightenment. Just like the three trials of Christ, just like the three trials of Indiana Jones going through with his dad Sean Connery in The Last Crusade. Just like the three trials that Atreyu has to go through: the Sphinx Gate, the Magic Mirror Gate, the No Key Gate. This is an ancient idea. It permeates into a lot of different cultures and a lot of different mythos. So I've been thinking about the three gates quite a bit today while at work for whatever reason. And I recently got a new tarot deck, and this is the best deck as far as symbolism. So I was thinking, okay, three gates. Let's see if tarot lines up with this. So I took the major arcana, and there's 21 major arcana. So I divided it into three groups of 7, which, 777 is pretty holy in and of itself. I took the Fool out because he's kind of like the game piece that moves through. Let me see if I can flip the screen. Maybe I can. Yep. All right. So these are the tarot cards. You have Magician up here, and it goes through like that. So the Fool himself acting as a piece, if this is a board game, would go like that kind of. And these are kind of like three different levels. I was like, well, let's see if this actually lines up with the symbolism. And for some reason, I was looking at the World card right here. Try to get it out of the light. All right, World card. It has the Eagle for Aquila. It has the Lion for Leo, Bull for Taurus, and the Man for Aquarius. So it's across the zodiac. It is north, south, east, west. I mean, this is a symbol that repeats itself quite a bit. I just happened to notice that she was, inside of a wreath. She holds 2 batons, very similar to Hecate or Hecate holding 2 torches. This is, a symbol of royalty and completion. Notice that she has the exact same, what they call that as a 5-foot cross on her legs that the hanged man has. Hanged man is number, 12, I think, 12. See, same kind of 5-foot cross, which is a fancy way for saying a swastika. But she's standing right side up. Where is she? I was like, well, this card really doesn't distinguish. I started, and because she's always in the air, she's flying. Just like the No Key Gate, the final gate is the Fall to Fly Gate. She's in the air, she's flying. See the clouds around her? And the wreath. Wreath is funny because Stephanos, my name, literally means, crown of victory or to wreath. Because, the first crowns of victory were wreaths of laurel leaves, bay leaves. And then I noticed the red bands. I was like, well, why that's weird. Like, why wouldn't it be one red and one blue, or one black and one white, to symbolize like duality coming together? And then I realized they weren't bands necessarily. Look at that and think about how the rabbin wraps around the wreath itself. Okay, so it forms a figure 8, a ribbon forming a figure 8. That's extremely important. What is a figure 8? What is a lemniscate? What is a um, a Mobius strip. If you've seen the new Endgame Marvels, what does Tony Stark use to travel through time space? An inverted Mobius strip. That two dimensions come together completely. So she has one at the top and one at the bottom. So this is two lemniscapes, two figure eights. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. There's two figure eights on the last card. The lemniscape represents enlightenment. Whenever you see someone with they call it a bent halo as well, or a twisted halo over their head, a figure eight over their head, it represents uh, something guiding you towards in enlightenment, a powerful initiator. And since she's the last card of the last gate, it makes sense since she has two. I was like, well, if this is not just in my fucking head, then there would have to be two other lemniscapes. And I know that the first one is right here. The Magician. The Magician has the lemniscape, the figure eight, over his head. He's pointing up and down, and notice that he has one of the rods that the world card holds. So that's the first gate, the first lemniscape. If my bullshit is true, well, really you would want to have it ideally right here, where the devil card is. But instead we have it on the world card. But let's just check. Bam. Strength card. Think about that. How crazy is that? It's not very likely. Closing the mouth of the lion for the Lion's Gate. This is the Wolf Gate. This is the Magic Mirror Gate. I have to kind of explain the gates in case you don't really know what they are. First gate is all about letting go of your fear. Letting go of your constant search for something you can never know and experience the sensory life around you. Live in love and happiness and fear nothing. Very much like the Chariot tells you. Oh, wow, look, those are two sphinxes for the Sphinx Gate. I did not realize this shit until like an hour ago, guys. Okay? So closing the mouth of the Lion Gate. And the Magic Mirror Gate is where you have to come into contact with your shadow. You have to merge with your darker self. You can no longer pretend you're a good person because everyone's kind of a shithead. And acknowledging your darker self, your shadow, is how you pass through the Magic Mirror Gate. You imagine standing in front of a mirror and seeing the worst part of you, the evil you. If you're a video game fan, Dark Link. Or if you're a Star Wars fan, Dark Rey. In the last Star Wars movie, Rey, the last Jedi supposedly, and Rey Skywalker, I saw her walk into a room full of reflective surfaces, mirrors basically, or glass that was extremely reflective. And I said, I bet we'll see an evil version of her. And sure enough, she fights evil Rey, her dark half. Because the Magic Mirror Gate always represents, identifying with your shadow and merging with it. That's what the Temperance card means. Temperance card is mixing fire and water back and forth. 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the sea. This represents a completion of duality. Being able to merge fire and water in perfect proportions is possible under balance. So that balance, identifying with your darker self, well, that would only make sense if the next card, just like Strength, is closing the mouth of the Lion's Gate. This has to be closing the Mirror Gate. And that's exactly the meaning of the Devil card. Acknowledging that These chains around these people's necks are big enough for them to pull off. They choose to be in subjugation. And notice he's doing that. Yeah, that's why Leonard Nimoy picked that symbol, because of the esoteric meaning of that hand gesture. Notice how he's also getting his tail lit on fire by the as above so below Baphomet, torch, and she's eating grapes that are growing out of her tail. So it's two different kinds of addiction: sex addiction and addiction to alcohol. They can choose not to be addicted. They keep themselves chained. This is merging and becoming your darker self. It's the downward path. So the two lemnis gates here. I don't know. I think I'm right. I think these are the three gates. It represents, and you can see the sun in the background of this card, and sun's the third to last card. But if you know the journey of the Fool and the World card actually overlap. They are the same card because the beginning is the end. The Fool steps in front of himself, keeps himself from falling off the cliff, and then merge and fly away. Yep, I just thought it was kind of cool. Wanted to share it. Give me your thoughts, guys. I don't know if you guys are interested in tarot or not. But yep, it was fun fooling with you guys. Peace.